welcome to another video. As promised, I have the Streakfly with me right here, and we're just gonna kind of go through the review of just kind of how I felt on it. So I kind of split this review up into different categories to kind of make this easy. Also, this is from perspective of someone who also worked part-time in run specialty as well. So I'll be providing information as also from a run specialty viewpoint, like, is it worth it? But yeah, let's first go into things I liked about it, and then we can go into things I don't necessarily like, and then kind of from there just kind of go into cost, I guess, and whether it's worth it. All right, so things I like about the shoe, right off the bat, it's pretty, actually. I really love the colors of it. I got the prototype color. I have seen the new colorway that just came out for the masses, and I would say that it's pretty good shoe regardless. Like, I would say that personally I would buy it. I mean, based off of looks, like, I would buy either or. I did get my hands on a pair of the prototype, so yeah, I do like this design. I think it's pretty cool and unique. Have done some runs in it, kept it fairly clean so far. But yeah, I mean, it's really, guys, it's really soft. I was actually kind of surprised. You kind of see this, like, I don't know, like squeezing it, like you can really squeeze like that together. So it's really soft actually, which I was kind of surprised about. I heard that it was going to replace the Streak, and like, those of you who are avid running fans and running nerds know that, like, the Streak is pretty firm. This shoe's, obviously has ZoomX foam, but it's pretty, I'd say it's pretty soft actually. I was very surprised, like, the underfoot, when you put it on your feet, like how soft it is. And then also just like, for a shoe has soft, it feels good. Like, it doesn't, it's crazy. Like, when I put it on initially, like, it almost felt too soft, like, it really feels like, kind of like the new, like, Fuel Cell Rebel, that New Balance has, if you're familiar with how that feels like, but even softer, and so I was kind of surprised by that. But it feels really good on her foot, really bouncy. I will say, like, I'm not a big fan of the laces. It's not like the laces on, like, the Alpha Fly. It's kind of like this knit lace type thing. Not really a huge fan of that. I would much rather have, like, the laces similar to that on the Dragonfly or the Alpha Fly or the Zoom X Victory Spikes, but this will do. I also really enjoy this type of heel cup. I really like the heel cup. I feel like this does a really good job of, like, you kind of see the inside a little bit, but like, it really does, like, a good job of, like, just like locking your heel down. But like, this thing doesn't like rub your Achilles at all. It's just this fabric, and it holds your foot in place perfectly, which I really enjoyed. I thought I really liked the ride of it. I felt like this is one of the shoes where I didn't have to adjust the lacing to put it on, which was perfect. And in terms of running, like, it does have a half plate. Like, there is a plate from half that goes through half the shoe. Honestly, it's very, very responsive. If I do this, you can kind of see how it snaps back. So yeah, very responsive shoe. I would say is definitely, Nike markets this as more like a 5K, 10K road racer. I cannot agree more. I'd also argue that you could use this for like track work, which I have if you watch my previous video, which I'll link in the description below if you want to watch it in action more. Um, but yeah, it's really, really smooth. Really like the shoe overall. Um, but there are some things that I don't like. Um, so one of the things I don't like about the shoes, and this is probably my main complaint about it, is that you kind of see from this angle that like there's some, when I tighten the laces, right, it kind of buckles a little bit in front here. Like you can kind of see how like it's buckling. Maybe if I hold it like this, you can kind of see how it's like, even with my foot not in there, that's just from me tying it. It kind of buckles a little bit, and it's kind of annoying, to be honest. Um, I would say that it wasn't something that was too crazy, but it was something that was like, oh. Um, I'm also, I would maybe do another report on like durability, but it's already I've only had, I haven't used a shoe every day, but it's already got like wrinkles after maybe like wearing it a couple times. It's got those signature wrinkles. Another thing I would have to say that's kind of negative is the aglet on my left shoe is already coming off. It's been like this after the first run I did in it, um, which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it is kind of annoying. Especially when you pay a lot of money for something, you want it to work well and last a decent amount of time. I know it's a race, can market it as a racing shoe, so obviously it's not, for everyday use, but you still want high quality stuff. Um, but yeah, I mean, other than that though, like you can't really complain about it. I mean, I think that price at $160, I think is very fair and very affordable compared to most other um, racing shoes that are out on the market right now. Hopefully, in the future, this will bring back a trend for other companies to bring out more 5K, 10K road racing shoes that are maybe less expensive. I mean, because right now, you're probably gonna have to pay anywhere from 200 to 275, but then if you get like the one especially Alpha Flies, it could be in the 300s. So I mean, it's kind of expensive, I think, to buy these shoes nowadays. So I'm really glad that this shoe came out. um yeah, I mean, in terms of whether, now here's the thing, is the shoe, you're probably wondering, okay, great, you like it, we get it, you think it's a great shoe, it's responsive, you don't, you're not too sure about the durability of it, but obviously no one's had the shoe long enough to really know, besides pro runners, and obviously people sponsored by Nike aren't going to talk bad about it, which is why I'm here. I would say that, like, you're probably wondering, okay, is it worth it? The answer to that is maybe. Here's what I have to say. It's not, the stack height isn't as high. So if you are someone who, let's say, wears a stability shoe, typically racing shoes have high stack heights, and they have been proven to be unstable for certain stride gates, particularly those who don't land on a midfoot/forefoot. I would say that if you are someone who is like that, you might want to give this a try. However, I don't think that is significant enough to where getting the Vaporfly or the Alphafly, or any other brand's carbon plated shoe would be worse. I would say that for the Streakfly, it's definitely geared towards the 5K, 10K. Also, because there is less cushion to it, obviously it's going to be less durable. So you also have to think from the spectrum of, yes, it's cheaper, but you're going to be you might have to buy more pairs versus if you had the Vaporfly and Alphafly, or like I said, any other carbon plated, racing shoe that's out there. Personally, I wouldn't use it. I would only use this for track work and like a local 5K. If I were doing anything longer than 5K, I'm gonna wear the Vaporfly or the Alphafly. Also, like in terms of like feel, how I feel with the shoe, I think that I don't know if it's a shoe that necessarily all gates of benefit from either. I did say yes, it's pretty responsive, and if you listen to be so many lines like heel strike, you might like it. However, considering the plate is only in the front half, upper half of the shoe, if you're someone who lands more in the heel, you're probably gonna miss the plate altogether, which is fine. I mean, ZoomX phone and it's in and of itself is really responsive. But if you're someone, and I feel like if you're someone who is looking for like doing more marathon training or half marathon training, you know, if you're someone who maybe wants to do, if you're more serious about running and you want to do some track work, I think that this is a good shoe for you. Otherwise, I mean, honestly, you can do track work in your Vaporflies or Alphaflies, and it probably would save your legs more, from pounding. So yeah, I mean, honestly, like it's a great shoe. I think I love the hype around it. I think Nike did a great job of marketing for it and getting people excited about it. I just question if whether it's for everyone. I think that it's probably I in my opinion think it's more for that elite level miler, like mid D or track athlete in particular. I think every person can probably get use out of it, but I mean, if I'm training for the marathon, quite frankly, I don't know how much I'm putting this shoe on. I mean, I guess if I'm doing track work and I don't want to wear the Alphaflies, but like I wouldn't do a long run in this shoe for sure. Like I'm not gonna do a long run in this, just like you wouldn't do your long run in the streaks. It's solely for 5Ks. Could you run a marathon in this? I guess, but if I had to pick between the Alphafly, Vaporfly, or this, I'm picking the Alphafly for the marathon, Vaporfly for half marathon. Now, if I'm doing like I said, anything 5K and under on the roads, definitely this is the new go-to. But yeah, other than that, like I wouldn't. So if you're someone who, and even the Vaporfly works great for road 5Ks even too. So yeah, I mean, if you're someone who's training for the marathon, honestly, I don't know if I would buy it. Now you can sound off in the comments. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts and opinions on it that has it, but that's just my thoughts on it. Frankly, if I were, if my I don't, if I were if someone came in the store I work at and was like, I want the Streakfly, I'd be like, what are you using it for? What's their injury history? If are you using it for half marathon training, marathon training? If you're using it for that, it's a great shoe for speed work on a track, but you're not gonna race in it. You're not gonna do your long runs in it. It's gonna be just your speed work shoe, and maybe if you throw in a 5K during your build up. But I wouldn't use it for anything else. If that's what you want, great. At the same time, there are tons of lightweight trainers you can buy for that aren't $160. That you could do the same thing in, right? If you're just, I don't think, You know, I mean, I don't think most people need something like this to do track work. And like I said, you can do track work in your Vaporflies, which honestly probably would be better because you're gonna race in those anyway. And definitely, if you're running a marathon, you want to be used to running in the shoes you're gonna race in. But you know, overall, I would say I would give the shoe probably like, I don't know, 4.5 out of 5, maybe 5 out of 5. I'd say 4.5. I think cost definitely more affordable. I like its lightweight. It's soft, maybe a little bit too soft. That's debatable. Um, my only concern is durability. Like I said, I would love to see once I get like more mileage on it to see how it holds up. But I mean, it's already got wrinkles in it, and it was showing the wrinkles on the phone after the first run. So if it was showing wrinkles after the first run, I mean, one can only assume it's gonna get worse, right? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, you know, I hope that this video was kind of helpful, especially if you're someone out there who's looking at buying a shoe like this. Um, you know, I would definitely reserve, like I said, I definitely reserve it for more track stuff. But, you know, if you found this video useful, and you want more videos like this, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, thank you.